Hi, sir.
Hi.
So, nowadays, changing career has been so easy. Especially in this digital era, anyone can learn any skill and change career themselves. So, what are the things a person should consider before changing their career?
When you say career,
Hmm.
it refers to a particular domain.
Yeah.
Shifting of domains,
Hmm.
when a domain is very matured and steady, for an occupation or career, generally we will not advise to shift the domain. Because I have seen someone who has been a veterinary doctor shifting into the information technology programming side because they got saturated with that. Now, that is a career shift.
Hmm.
Career shift versus career growth. So if there's a career growth and you are in the same domain, moving from one company to another company is advisable. But here there is a Tamil proverb, which I will say and then again translate it for you. The proverb goes as this. It is about someone, trusting the king and forgetting the husband. So it's something like Arasana Nambi Purushana Kaivitta Kada. That means Purushan here refers to the husband. So it happens, it's a folk tale where the lady trusted the king so much that she went favoring the king, forgetting her duties towards the husband. And then what happens? The king is a king, so he just moves on and then she can neither go that side or come back this side. So a career should not become like that. Okay? So when you shift, you have to shift properly. So what are the things to consider these days? It is not easy to shift careers. In fact, career growth has also become challenging. But for anyone who has the willingness and adaptability to learn, now you can see that many people are lamenting. They say IT sector layoffs. So many people are getting laid off. Is this fair? Is that? But see, when you come into the IT sector itself, you know that your core skill is on your capacity and ability to learn and perform. That means you are onto a particular software, but then a new software comes and you have the ability to learn and you migrate, you move on to the new one. Is not this the way that many have grown up, okay, in that particular sector? So if learning and then you learn and then you move to a new technology. Let us say you are the legacy system, you have gone to SaaS PaaS. Now you are with the SaaS PaaS and then you have to adapt to large language modules. You have to adapt to, the prompt engineering for AI. So you take in that. So you have a learning ability. So anyone who has a learning ability and who's comfortable with learning is going to find it easy for career shifts, changes. That is the first thing, whether you have the capacity to learn. Whereas if you take a farmer, many farmers are also, problems are happening. They lose their entire occupation because they don't know anything else to do. They only know farming, agriculture.
True.
Okay. So that is, what will they do? Okay. So I've just raised an issue as I was trying to answer your question. I've just raised an issue.
Yes, sir.
So to come back to answer exactly what is to be considered is, when you want to make a career shift, consider your family, consider yourself, consider your finances, because you need to have adequate savings, a position to go without even a salary or a monthly income for 2 to 3 years. I will not even say 1 year. Okay, at least 3 years. If you have that much savings, then look for a career shift. Otherwise, you can multiply. What I would advise is multiply your capacity.
Yeah.
Okay, see if you can multiply your capacity to do 2 jobs. And if the second job that you are taking up part-time, let me say there are people who work Monday to Friday in a company and Saturday, Sunday they might Uber. So see if you love driving that much that you can Uber during the weekends. If that is okay, then you can shift into that. Although the idea or thought that I give may sound very odd, but try to feel that. Don't shift totally so that you cannot even come back. So the first thing that you have to consider is your savings. Next, consider whether you have the ability to learn and adapt to the new career. And if it's a career growth, okay, see whether the new company that you're going towards is really worth it. It might be a startup. But what happens if the startup after 1 year, has some principal issues and they're not able to fund? Then back from the startup, you want to go, you can't expect the same designation. You can't expect the same, salary compensation. So when you make a career growth, look to where you're leaping. Okay. I'm reminded of the Japanese firms, where the first question a Japanese firm or a Japanese guy will ask is like, how many years you have been working in this company? I mean, if you are a marketing or a sales guy, and then you say, I have been in this company for 1 year. So he'll say, can I talk to someone who's senior? So Japanese firms and Japanese people, they look at loyalty. They don't just shift for a 20%, 30% hike in salary or whatever it is. So they look towards committing themselves within an organization. And I don't have to tell how, the Japanese firms are built on very strong principles. So your self-awareness, that means your conditioning, whether, as I said, your savings, but then look at whether you can learn new things to move on. And then check the precedence, all the aspects, all the dimensions of the company where you want to move in or into the industry, the new industry. Without knowing all this, do not make a step. Just remember this proverb, the secret of walking on water, I repeat, the secret of walking on water is knowing where the stones are. If you can't see the stones, don't step into the water. If you do not know the depth of the water, don't put your feet in. If you do not know what lies, whether there are alligators or piranha or what is there in the water, why would you want to take that? Okay. East or west, home's best. So in that way, whatever career you are in, try to intensify and consolidate your position in that. Look for a shift only when things are really bad.
Got it, sir.
Yeah.
But just like you mentioned right now, sir, many people are doing one thing very commonly nowadays. They are leaving the job first and then looking into upscaling themselves into a new career. Is this advisable?
If they have savings for 3 years, they can. And they know themselves, yes, it's advisable. They don't have 3 years savings and they are not aware about their learning skills or their adaptability skills. I think it's a very bad idea. It's a stupid idea.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So instead of getting themselves stuck in a cat in the wall situation, be prepared with
Very simple.
ample finances for 3 years.
Yeah.
Have clarity on what exactly you are pursuing, not just randomly going into trends or passions. Hence, having a solid foundation of skills, then change in the career would be the best advice.
Yeah. Your savings you should have.
Yeah.
Your own savings. Don't say my spouse will support me. My parents are going to support me. My brother will support. My sister will. No. My friend will. I don't want that.
Got it.
You should have the savings because that is full control. Okay. That is being independent. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Good luck.